Okay, what is your favorite Black privilege?
My favorite Black privilege is when you're in the store and you need help, there's always someone right there next to you. Always, from the minute you enter the door, there's someone who's gonna be following you in every aisle to make extra sure they help you. And then there's another person who just passes casually, looking at you from the side eye to make sure you don't need anyone to help you. Oh, I love it. Guys, being Black is a privilege.
Okay, I know that video is a sarcastic and funny way to say that Black people have privilege in America. I want to ask you, like me and you, question. Do you think there's Black privilege? Do you think there's a word or there's something that should be called Black privilege? I need to know your thought down in the comment section, and that is what today's video is all about. Hey beautiful people, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Maria David. I'm back again with another interesting video. I was on my TikTok this morning while I found a video that was talking about Black privilege. Like, we Black people, we have privilege in America just the way white people have privilege. And I was like, okay, let me watch more videos on this. Let me go ahead and share videos for you or that I saw on TikTok that was explaining Black privilege in America. And I want to know if there is really Black privilege in America. Let me know what you think down in the comment section, or it's just not possible. Let me know what you all think down in the comment section. Let's talk about Black privilege.
Black people have a lot of privilege in America. We can be racist without any repercussions. We can say the N-word while other people are not allowed to say the N-word. We aren't allowed to be criticized because if we are, then that's people being racist to us. People have to walk on eggshells around us because they can't risk hurting our feelings. The bar has been set so low for us because we cannot do even the most simplest task. And that's all I can think of. Can y'all think of any others? Let me know.
I don't know about dim privilege, but I do know about Black privilege. People keep saying that white privilege is real, but I see more Black privilege than anything. Hear me out. I can go into a store right now, doesn't matter what kind it is, steal something, get caught, and say the following: it's because I'm Black, right? And in that situation, more than likely, they're either going to let me go because they don't want to deal with the bullshit, but I can pull out my phone, I can start recording, I can say everybody's racist, I can go on a tear for hours. Next thing you know, that place is canceled, everybody in that store is labeled racist. The video probably went viral, so now those people are forever labeled this way, potentially ruining their lives, all because I couldn't take accountability for myself. And if white privilege was really a thing, there would be way more white people in the NBA, and there wouldn't have ever been a Black president.
Okay, let me go ahead and explain Black privilege to the people out here who aren't getting it. If you can talk about any other race and say whatever you want about their entire race and not face nearly as much backlash as if somebody says, not even call someone, but just says the N-word, you are experiencing Black privilege. If you know for a fact that you can receive a scholarship to any college, a full ride scholarship, just based on your skin color, you are experiencing Black privilege. If you can commit multiple felonies and hold a pregnant woman, at gunpoint and still get a protest done for you just because a white person shoots at you or even puts their hands on you, you are experiencing Black privilege. Now, being Black in America may be difficult, but you cannot name me another country in this entire world where you get so much privilege just based on being Black. And if you're one of those people in my comments saying Black privilege isn't real and making fun of the fact that I'm saying Black privilege is a thing, you are probably experiencing Black privilege. So if you aren't willing to call out your own hypocrisy, fuck you and have a nice day.
For this. But Black privilege is very real. The privileges that are bestowed on the Black community today really come from the feeble attempt to make atonement for the atrocities that were suffered in yesteryear. Not directly by any of us, of course, but still, they should be avenged.
Well, hello there. I know this is a hard pill to swallow, but she's absolutely correct. Black privilege is real. The Black privilege to disproportionately die at the hands of police. The Black privilege to die at the hands of the medical system because they don't believe your pain is real. The Black privilege to die during childbirth at 3 times the rate of your white counterpart, even accounting for socioeconomic status. The Black privilege that allows employers to discriminate against you for wearing your natural hair to work. The Black privilege that allows our children to be beaten by police because they're viewed as a threat. The Black privilege to have towns in which we cannot go called sundown towns without fear of being unalived. The black privilege to not be listened to when you're having a mental crisis. The black privilege that allows cops to continuously assault us even when we're in handcuffs and complying. The black privilege that allows our children to be taken from us and put into foster homes because a judge is biased. The black privilege of being put into the prison system for longer time for nonviolent crimes than your white counterpart. The black privilege of going to jail for 10 years over a marijuana charge. The black privilege of our children coming up missing at alarming numbers and no one caring. The black privilege that allows us to experience anti-blackness in every community. The black privilege of calling our underage sons men when they commit a crime as opposed to white children being called boys. The black privilege to peacefully protest these issues, and instead of being listened to, we're called violent and shot down in the streets by rubber bullets and canisters of tear gas. I love that black privilege. 10 out of 10.
Black privilege is the most prominent form of privilege in America today, and we have examples to prove it. There was a large group of teenagers that ran through Chicago terrorizing the city. They were vandalizing, they were lighting cars on fire, they were attacking tourists and residents. They even went ahead and they attacked a white girl walking into her apartment building. About 30 of them started punching and kicking her on the floor as she was trying to escape violently. This is black privilege. And the reason why it's black privilege is because there is no major investigation going on. The FBI is not looking into this. There's no hate crimes being, possibly dished out. The mayor-elect actually said we should not demonize this youth as they have been starved of opportunity. He is giving them excuses, ultimately enabling and encouraging this sort of behavior. This is privilege. If this were a group of white teenagers, the FBI would be working with the mayor of Chicago right now to make sure that there was a hunt, that there were billboards, that anybody that was involved was brought in, and that hate crimes were dished out, and that there would be riots and protests throughout the entire city and possibly every city in America. Black privilege is the privilege to be able to do or say something without having the same social ramifications as other races, especially as white people. That is what black privilege is, and that is what we are seeing. We are seeing differences in the way things are being handled, and it's not just social ramifications anymore. It's now legal precedent. We're seeing as Chicago is not handling this the same way that they would handle it if it was a large group of white teenagers. And again, we're also seeing in America where there was a young boy that was shot and killed because he went up to the wrong house. We don't know the full story, but that seems like what the story was. And an 80-year-old white man shot him thinking that the boy was trying to break into his house or trying to harm him in some way. There was also a couple of other stories throughout America at that time. There was a story of a white girl that pulled into the wrong driveway and she was shot and killed. Yet, we don't see the same media outrage. We don't see the activism happening. The truth is that this doesn't just happen to black people, it happens to all people. And yes, I understand that we should fight to stop all of it. Unfortunately, we have to live in a reality. And every time we point the finger and say, well, that's because of racism, all we're doing is we're further dividing this country. So why not look at a situation and say, it was really bad that that happened. This is the reality that we live in. Let's try to figure out ways that we could stop this from happening. But instead, people start rioting and protesting because they think that there's something that was unfair that's happening to an entire race of people based on one incident.
Okay, here is my own thought. Okay, first of all, I feel like when you're talking about privilege, are we saying it in a good way or in a bad way? I feel like when there is black privilege, for me, the ones that I've seen is probably maybe it's not all the time, but most of the time. And because of social media now, white people are now being put to their places. Like if you're outside a place or a white person just do some audacity things that they do, some, not all of them, but most of those white people like try to feel like they are better than us, and it's caught on camera, and posted on TikTok or Twitter or Instagram and it goes viral, the particular white person that did something like that, is it that they are going to find the person's profile, find the name where the person is working, take down the person's account, you know, and also like sometimes they work where they are working as well, they might get sacked just because of that little act that was filmed on camera, and a lot of people had opinion about it and were like calling out the whatever white person that did something to the black person. I feel like that is one of the black privilege that I have personally seen, that I would say, okay, yes, there's black privilege. But then there was a person that one of the videos that I played, one of them was like, oh, him and his white friend went to a store to steal something, and they caught them, and he was like, are you trying to tell me I'm stealing because I'm black? Oh, that means you're racist. And they allowed him to go, and they held the white person. Most cases is not like that, because maybe it just happened like out of the blues. But when you're looking at it at a very clear direction, in a straight way, a black person, even if you don't steal, they already tag you as a thief. They're already walking close to you. If you enter a store, like an officer or somebody in uniform or someone in the store is already assigned to just follow you wherever you're going to make sure that you don't steal. That's one alone shows that they don't trust you. So if you're telling me that you went to the store to steal and they allowed you to go and they held your white friend, I just feel like you were just fortunate that day. It doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't happen all the time, because being black alone, they already see you as a thief, as someone they cannot trust, as someone that you might not be able to pay for whatever you're picking. So that one, I don't see how real it is. But when we're talking about another part, which is the N-word, yes, black people can use the N-word, but when other races, of course, other races should not be able to use the N-word. To me, I will not say there is 100% black privilege, but I will say that the only aspect that I've seen black privilege is the fact that black people call out the bullshit of any white person that decides to come for them. And if it's recorded, if it was recorded and posted on the internet, yes, they'll be called out. But I feel like if it wasn't recorded and it's going to be swept up under the mat, and that is just the only black privilege. And because I noticed that most of those Karens and most of those racist white people that does unbelievable things to black people just because of their skin color, they get called out, and at the end of the day, their profile, their names, everything will be found, where they work, in short, where they are living, you know, anything they've been through all their life, everything is out there already, and they're going to be cancelled, and the white person might not even want to even come on social media anymore, just because they're already cancelled everywhere. I feel like that's the only black privilege. I feel like that is what I enjoy about black privilege. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Do you think there's something like black privilege, or there is not? I really want to hear your opinion down in the comment section, because when I saw this topic, I was like, let's talk about black privilege. Let's see if really, truly there's black privilege in America. And yeah, that is it about this video, and thank you all so much for sticking around to this point. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and all of that good stuff. And of course, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.